Hello. So this is the 5-week countdown, started last night, to my wedding. That is, I am marrying myself. Aww. And it's not like, oh, I want to get married, so I don't have someone to marry, so I'll marry myself kind of thing. It is a deep, deep commitment to having a loving, supportive, caring relationship with myself. It is a big milestone in my emotional growth. So my friends and I are celebrating it in 5 weeks. There's going to be a ceremony. Robin's doing the ceremony, and then my housemaid's my best maid, and I have another bridesmaid, and there are going to be readings. I bought myself a ring. So that's all that fun, but really the big deal is the commitment. I think the rest of it's fun and also cementing its importance in my mind. But let's talk a little bit about self-love. We've been discussing that topic a lot on Becoming Untethered, because it's an important one. It's one that I have been working on for a while, for a long while. Well, I've been suffering from none of it, having none for a long while, and I started working on it probably about 2 years ago with like more recent understanding of the depths to which it goes and the need for work on it. So, cute little baby behind. So I am exploring this topic in the weeks leading up to the wedding, which is going to be March 11th. You'll see posts about it. So we've been discussing that in Untethered Talk with Robin and Jen. It's going to be named something different soon because we decided to put it, well, of course, originally it's Untethered Talk with Robin Thomas at 2 o'clock, which is the best name ever. But since we're going to be moving it into podcast form, and there are 2 of us, we wanted to include me. So we've got to come up with a slightly more clever name, though. Untethered Talk with Robin and Jen. Doesn't have any ring to it. Anyway, we've been covering the subject of self-love in that, and I've been discussing it quite a bit. Last Untethered Talk was a bit about it. Untethered Friday was a little bit about it. The conversation we had this week was about how the ultimate practice of self-love is getting into your body and staying into your body and enjoying your life, because there are so many distractions, and this all breeds mental disharmony, and what should be natural, that is being in our bodies, has become something very few people are. And that's the problem for people. And I know that my problem was that, well, one of my problems was that I did not see myself as worthy of anything. And consequently, I certainly didn't work on myself. I didn't think things could be different. Again, they can. You just have to work at it. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Oh, it's like a new wrinkle. Great. It's another reason to lose the weight. Anyway, sorry, I'm very vain, but whatever, it happens. So self-love, we want it to be unconditional, right? I've been discharging energy, as I've been talking about for a while, and last night for the first time in a long time, I felt like I was in my body. Like the consciousness was looking out from my body. I mean, it's still not a lot of room in here, but I'm discharging energy as I can. And it's helping me zero in on my, I mean, I know my consciousness is my consciousness, and I can't really be conscious. Well, I mean, I'm conscious that I am conscious, but it's not a thing I can perceive because I am it, which is cool. But, you know, when you recognize that too, that we're all beings of light, we're all, I mean, you want to say in the image of God, you can do that, because we are, right? But it's not physical image. And learning to love yourself. I mean, saying that you don't like yourself is an insult to God. Like saying, God, you made a mistake. You know what I mean? God's like pretty cool. God's cool. She doesn't really make a lot of mistakes, you know. The universe just kind of is perfect in itself. And it's really our reaction to it that becomes a problem. Anyway, point being that when we learn to love ourselves, we can better inhabit our body. And the way I am finding it easier to get into that is through the senses, but not just through the senses, like, oh, I see a red brick building, I see a fence, I see a tree. Like actually finding the senses that I'm enjoying in the moment and really living there. And again, that's giving myself permission to enjoy something, which is uncomfortable for me, but I'm gonna do it. It's uncomfortable because it kind of feels like it's wrong. Huzzah, Catholic upbringing. But I'm gonna do it anyway, and I'm gonna get used to it, and it's gonna become what I do. It has become what I do. So anyway, that's what I wanted to put out there. I am going to be celebrating my commitment to myself, which is going to be lifelong, loving, understanding, compassionate, and not having a lot of that music. You know, teach his own, but that's loud. Yeah, and deep. So I am reminding you guys, because I'm going into Dunkin' Donuts, that you can't always choose to have a grateful Sunday.